Guys, welcome back to Alchemy Doctress with me, Doctress Monica Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all the channel members, as well as the members over on my website and the members of the Butterfly Effect School of Transformation. So this message, y'all, is I heard people are out here fumbling blessings left and right. Okay. So I was feeling this energy. I wrote a note down about it. I started a live on my Aries channel and I felt very disrespected. And like people were in the comments and was like, no, I need the reading. And I'm like, people need my energy for something, but you can't like the video. Right? A simple exchange of energy. A simple exchange of energy. And so a lot of people are going to need and want you, but not really reciprocate for your energy and your time, or not want to. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, back to people fumbling blessings. So the energy, let me tell y'all. So I'm gonna show y'all this story and then y'all gonna get what I'm talking about, because a lot of y'all have gone through something similar to this. So when I got with this guy, right? And spirit tells me like my role in people's life a lot of times. And when I got into this life, spirit was like, how they treat you is either going to clear some karma that they got coming for them, or they're going to have to go through that karma. So basically, the higher power spirit was telling me being in their life was either going to help clear out some major karma that was due to them by how they treated me. So if they would have treated me with respect, love, honesty, all that jazz, they wouldn't get hit with the karma that was due to them. It's kind of like a redemption vibe, right? Now, if they treated me disrespectfully, lied, all that jazz, right? Their karma would hit them. Okay. So, Spirit told me to tell them so that they will be aware of their decisions. And so I was like, that is so weird, but I'm going to tell them. And, um, and so I told them, how you treat me is going to really determine like the flow of your life. Like how you treat me is going to determine the flow of your life. Well, because tiger never changes its stripes. He was on some BS. So I would have been still giving him grace by staying in his life, even while disrespecting me. So I'm very big on, as soon as I'm not being treated right or whatever, I'm gone. I don't stay, because I understand that we are active participants in our situations. And I've observed too many people's relationships and histories to see the patterns. Okay. I'm very autistic. I see the patterns. So as soon as I see it, I'm gone. Okay. Not about to get me trapped in nothing. Okay. So I left, was gone for a month. Spirit said, go back. I went back. That man's life was turned upside down. Upside down. Things being shut off. Found out he may have a baby on the way with a married woman that she drastically didn't tell him until 6 months after. So she tried to trap him. Baby, listen, Spirit was just like, all this would have been avoided. All this would have been avoided. Now, this is someone he was dealing with before he met me. But all this would have been avoided if he would have treated the blessing properly that I placed in his life. And what we need to realize is that a lot of people right now, the narcissists of the world, are being hit with their freaking karma. And the thing is, the only ones who are being redeemed through it are those who have learned their lessons, and they're now treating feminine energy with respect. We literally told y'all this is the age of the divine feminine. We're literally in the age of the divine feminine. That's why we see all these narcissistic energies, this toxic shit just falling. The patriarchal world is falling. So what you're seeing right now, this is the message that Spirit gave me. A lot of men are going through karma right now of their actions of participating within patriarchal beliefs and actions, right? But those who actively working towards healing that, bettering that, and not like gaslighting, manipulating, they're being shielded. It's kind of like, in the Bible story of putting the blood over the door, right? They have this same type of vibe. Those who are actively working on themselves, not choosing to stay in that energy. You get what I'm saying? They're being spared. So you got the group of people who they're refusing. And then you also have the group of women who are centered around fixing them. They're getting hit with karma as well. It's called drama by proximity. Okay? So because you are in close proximity with this person who has a lot of karmic debt, a lot of toxic ways to them, a lot of toxic energy to them that you don't even be seeing all the time, you're being hit with their karma as well. So have you ever been in a connection and as soon as you get in it, all of a sudden things just start going wrong? All of a sudden things just start going wrong. This not happening, this not happening. Now you tired, this happening, this breaking out, gaining weight, losing weight, whatever the case is, right? Pay attention to the energy that you may now be connected to. So the thing is, there are a group of people that Spirit has been using as like Mayat energy. Okay. Because you have a certain purpose in the world of who you reach and how you reach. That those who treat you with grace, those who treat you with respect, those who treat you with love, they prosper. And that's why Spirit say, go where you are celebrated and appreciated, not tolerated. Where are you celebrated? Okay. No amount of love or help or support is going to pull a lot of these people out of the spaces that they're in because they are being hit with the karma of their past actions and inactions. Things that they thought they got away with. That's back. Like, what up, dog? No, they didn't get away with anything. They didn't get away with anything. The thing is, when you're like that in people's life, right? You need to understand that the role you play when you overstay your energy in that space. So as soon as you identify and find that this person, something ain't right. I'm not liking this. Okay. Trust your instinct and your gut and leave. Get out of those situations. Don't stay in those situations or, oh, maybe we can work this out or maybe we can. No. I don't know how old you are who's watching. I know we have a broad range of people who watch me. But for those who, may be younger, listen to Auntie, okay? Or, some of you all, I'm just confirming what you already know, right? Don't get caught in the tailwind of being a fixer upper. As soon as you see that someone is being hit with karmic like actions of their own act, because literally everything that we're going through in our life is a result of our own actions and inactions. And many people, they would say that they would get upset with me. They'd be like, oh, you're victim blaming this and that. But if you talk to survivors who have gotten past that, they will tell you that, yes, I am partially responsible because I saw the red flags, or I could have left after the first time, but I believed them when they said no. Believe them the first thing they do, 10-10, the first red flag. Because the reality is that there's other options out there. Okay? And if you know what you're manifesting is healthy connections, healthy friendships, and you told spirit, the universe, the higher power, what that looks like and what you feel like, as soon as you realize that that connection and that space does not give you that, you got to go. You are a blessing to someone. And it's the one, the people, the two, the whoever, the groups, whoever you are called to be in their life, they will appreciate you. Don't let nobody try to guilt trip you, because they do that too. Listen, may not have a man who feel, baby, listen, the kids love me. I've seen children really be raised and developed into amazing adolescents. You get what I'm saying? So I know my energy is appreciated somewhere. And that's where I go, where I am appreciated. So this energy, you have someone who, because the reason why spirit brought that story back up for me was because some of you all have a situation where you was brought into someone's life to help them clear out some karma, some karmic debt that they owe. Okay, some karmic debt that they owe, but they've chosen their old ways. And that's why it seems like many people are going through similar things right now, especially with certain types of people. It's literally like people who have been very opportunistic, codependent, like all that jazz. They're starting to crash out around the world because their supply is not as available to them like it used to be. Their best supply, their best energy supply is no longer available to them like it used to be, because guess what? The supply, the impists, the group of us, right? We know our worth. We know our worth now. So when you're no longer forced to have to be with someone in order to survive, because now you have rights, okay? Then you no longer center them at the center of your universe as being, oh, my life is unfulfilled without them. So now you take that away, right? Now they really got to have a personality. They really have to have integrity. They really have to show that they're real, that they're serious, that they care about people and they're not a big scumbag. But the reality is that many are horrible people. And they were hiding behind the guise of being a family person or a provider or a protector without realizing what society was being provided or protected from was them. So, what all of this is giving, okay, making sure my microphone is still on. What all of this is giving is that right now you're witnessing a universal narcissistic crash out that's happening, and they're literally being hit with all the karma of the things that they've done, and like the people who have aided in there, because I can't just say men and women, because it's happening on both sides. You have narcissistic women too, you know what I'm saying? But those who, because narcissistic traits is a masculine energy. That's what we're going to speak on it from an energy standpoint, okay? So narcissistic, sociopathic energy is like masculine, right? And then those who are trying to be the fixers and the helpers and the, oh, but I can turn them around, that's the feminine energy, the healing, the nurturing, the medicine, right? So those who are going through the crash out, and then those who are trying to act like the medicine in the midst of the crash out, they're getting hit with their karma too, because they haven't learned healthy boundaries. They're still in a yes man space. They're still in a yes woman space. Okay. They haven't learned how to say no yet. They haven't learned how to say, I'm going to walk away from this because this is not suiting me, because they're still centered in some kind of way. Okay. So, what we're seeing with this right now, this is about to be over the course of the next 10 years. We're about to be seeing this transition happen. Okay. And the way that it's happening is that now that they don't have like a supply as a scapegoat, AI is going to drastically be used for companionship, because the reality is that you're going to have some who's going to start the process of healing and learning, but you're going to have a lot who's going to refuse to do that. They still want to say that it's somebody else's fault for why something is happening. Okay. They don't want to take responsibility for the role that they're playing in a situation. And so then you're also going to have a group of people who are going to be choosing to just be away from people like completely and just, be around themselves. And then you don't have those who are just going to be, appreciating community togetherness. So there are going to be healthy unions, because there are going to be people who learn their lessons. Excuse me. Like I said, this is happening over the span of 10 years. So as people are going through their karmic debt, they can learn their lessons while they're going through their karma. But it all comes down to, are they willing to learn it? Are they willing to accept that this is a lesson that I need to get through, that I need to heal from? Or am I still going to, put this off onto someone else? It's like, oh, this person is the problem for this. Because that's been the big thing. Like, these people, they like to say that someone else is a big reason why this is happening in their life. Like, they don't take accountability either. So that's why they are able to get the person who wants to heal them or take care of them, or, because this person, they're able to take responsibility in spaces that that person is not willing to take it. And so that becomes a problem. It becomes an issue. So you stay operating in your highest energy and understanding your boundaries. I don't care who it is, your own children. You need to have boundaries with them, especially if they're adult children. Okay. Have boundaries with them, because they need to learn. Because you got to realize, although, yes, you raised them a certain type of way, they still have gone out into this world and lived. They have still gone out into this world and lived. So they've been influenced by other people and other things. Okay. They've been influenced by other things and other people outside of you. Okay. So you need to accept that and understand that, yes, that may not be your same little Billy that you raised up. Okay. And Billy gonna have to learn on his own too. Because Billy out here playing with women too. Okay. Billy out here acting a fool like his daddy did too. So now it's like a generational thing. And I know it's gonna be people in the comments, oh, well, women, I know women too. Most of my viewers are women. So that's why I speak into that context. Okay. Take it as it resonates for you. Okay. But this is just giving a strong energy of, you, as soon as you see that your energy is not protected, and why you're there, and you not being, protected or respected, leave it at that. You know what's up. You know what's up. You know what's up. So I want to go further on this conversation about the future of the universal crash out that's happening. But I don't know how far I want to take it in this video. Y'all put a fire crash out symbol down below if y'all want us to talk a little bit more about this universal crash out that we have going on. because I may actually make it a live video. So let me know if y'all want it to be a live or a recorded video if we do, okay? And so if I get a certain amount of people in the comments who say yes, you want me to go further into that conversation, I'm not going to tell y'all the number, so y'all just run up the numbers in the comments if y'all want for me to do a part 2, because this is a whole, and we've talked about this previously on the channel some months ago. Now those videos are in the membership area now, but we've talked about the future of everything that was happening with the divine feminine and the earth and things of that nature. So those who are in the membership area, definitely check back to those older videos that we went over with that. But I kind of want to revisit that because we're starting to see it again, especially since it's hot outside again. So and the last time we talked about this, the weather was pretty decent outside. And so let me know down below in the comments. Make sure y'all check out the comments and the pinned comments. I'll be posting details for part 2 of our becoming a leader in the spiritual implication session that will be on Thursday. I'm almost done with the stuff on the back end for you all to be able to register for that. So let me know y'all vibes down below, and I'm gonna see y'all later. Be on the lookout for that class detail. I'll be adding it to the pinned comment once I have all of that together by the end of the day today, and then it'll also be in the community tab. So as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what your higher self and your spirit team is calling for you to do, period. I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye.